Isn't that light for the drivers to see up through there as well?
It is, yeah, especially when you're right behind someone as well. You can't actually see the apex very well. But you can see Aaron's in fourth, and he has to get past Colburn on this lap.
So Smith running well, but Paul Rivette doing the business at the moment. As I said, 2 wins so far for Paul Rivette, and he's got the fastest lap as well, which bags an extra 2 points. So that will put him first to third, 32 to 25 points. So 7 point, 9-point advantage at the moment for Paul Rivette, which is what he needs. So he's going to finish the championship, if things stay the way they are, 8 points clear of Aaron Smith in second position and James Colburn third. As we look at Chris Smith's car being pushed away by the marshals, who do a sterling job, and you say they're wrapped up in their orange overalls all day, so you wouldn't envy them that. It looks like, is Chris going to be able to get back to paddock, or are they just going to get him to park up and leave it now?
No, I think they're just going to push it back into that gap there and leave it there until the end of the race. There's a little bit of damage on the side of the car, you can see, just from scuffing the barrier, but maybe there's something broken underneath.
Heavy job for 2 marshals. Chris is the driver from Hartford, a very welcome addition to the championship. Always great to see new drivers coming in, and people are continually looking at Clio. We've got a bunch of drivers that are thinking about coming in next year, and you know, coming into the closing stages of this year is exactly the right thing for them to do. Have a look at it.
Yeah, it is indeed, but it's very difficult to come in at the end of the season because everyone's up to speed and everyone's obviously battling for championship, so it's very hard to kind of get up to speed quick enough. But no, these boys at Scuderia Vittoria have done a great job to get up to speed. Obviously, Orton Eels has actually done a really good job coming in at Rockingham and being very quick straight away, and obviously setting fastest lap yesterday, so he got stuck in straight away.
Yeah, quick driver from Quick Racing as well. His dad used to be a Bristol Formula 1 stock car driver. He was a pretty quick pilot, and done very well indeed coming up through the mini stock route, and then went into the mini championship, which he's done so well into. But there is Aaron Smith running third in the race at the moment, buoyed, I know, massively by the touring car drive that he had earlier on. That's what these guys aspire to. I know you'd love to be back on the touring car grid as well.
Yeah, I know, I would like to be, but you know, there's a lot of money in motorsport, and it's difficult to find the sponsorship necessary to get there. But Aaron Smith had a great showing at Knock Hill, and I think that his dad has said to him, if you win the championship, then I'll put you in a touring car, which is exactly what he needs to do. So I'm not sure if his dad will put him in if he finishes second.
Well, that'd be interesting. see how that one pans out. But it would be good to see him have another go in the touring car. So he was very impressive on his debut at Knock Hill. Paul Rivette, of course, the old master of the championship. Let's talk ages. Paul Rivette, 33, comes from Banstead in Surrey. The other drivers in the championship: Aaron Smith, 21 years of age, from Rathfarnham over in Ireland, and James Colburn, just 18.
That's impressive. You know, he's very young still. I mean, he's done it for 3 years. This is his 3rd year now. He's got his first win. Looks like the safety car might be coming in this lap.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's getting ready to go, and of course, as I was talking about Paul Rivette being the old master, he knows how to handle this sort of situation. But Jake Packen, the eager youngster out of the Mini Championship a couple of years ago, is right behind him and eager to get his first win. It'll be well overdue. We're going to get another overdue win, because I think you've got to say that Colburn's win was overdue as well. Here they come then across the line. Rivette looks like he's done a good job of the restart. Down to paddock. Packett's going to have a little sneaky look down the inside to see if he can make his way through, but still Aaron Smith in 3rd, James Colburn 4th, then at the bottom James Dixon and Walt Nils. Rob Boston running well in 8th place.
I think Aaron was trying to go down the inside of Packen into paddock, and that made him sort of try and go down the inside of Rivette, but none of them have made it stick. So Aaron's really got to get stuck in now and get back past Packen so that Rivette doesn't get away.
So Rivette will want to do that, running with Colin Stankham, who knows the Brands Hatch circuit well. I think former champion of Brands, Colin, in Formula 4 in the probably in the 80s. So Colin knows a lot about engineering machines, and it's always a good jovial team to go and talk to, the Stankham Vehicle Engineering. But that joviality underlines some seriousness, or hides some seriousness in the team. They're a real good team.
Yeah, they are. They're great. It's very pink, but they do have a good time. But they're also very good at setting a Clio up.
So Colin Stankham's team then leading this one, and it's Paul Rivette. Is he going to take a 3rd championship? He was wandering around yesterday with a wooden spoon with the number 22, and it's always been his lucky number. Someone's half-inched that from one of the local restaurants, and I suspect that someone might be looking at, where's table 22 spoon gone? And the answer is it's probably in his pocket just now. But we're talking about lucky 4th for Pyro as well, because Aaron Smith running in car number 4. They're looking for a 4th consecutive championship.
They are indeed, yeah. And just so you know, everyone that has won the championship for Pyro were number 4. Ben Winrose 4, I was number 4, and Dave Newsom was number 4. So can Aaron keep that tradition going?
We'll see whether he can. At the moment, things all pretty even as we look at David Dickinson chasing Josh Files, going through. Files in the 99 car. This is the onboard view from James Dixon looking back at Ant Wharton-Niels. Coming in, as we said, late in the championship. Great to see a huge crowd here, basking in the sunshine, enjoying some food. Oh, look at Ant getting it collected up from there, I'm sure. Yeah, he knows how to handle a front-wheel drive car, but he loses momentum. And look up the inside now comes Rob Boston.
And you got Josh Files, I think, going down the inside as well. But that was a great save there. Went sideways, kept the throttle buried. He's gone a bit wide there, but these, he obviously got pushed wide by those three. But no, that was a great save. He could have quite easily dropped the rear left in the gravel, and that would have kept going then. And you never know, when you go sideways to the gravel, the cars can quite easily roll.
What amazes me is how the director knew just to pick him up, hook up that rear-facing camera at the right moment. Superb stuff. There's David Dickinson still chasing down Josh Files, going through now with Wharton-Niels right behind them. And back at the front, Paul Rivett still goes through. Jake Packer second, Aaron Smith third, James Cole. Look at this side-by-side stuff here with Wharton-Niels trying to get back on terms with David Dickinson as they come up towards Hawthorns. It's the outside line. This is going to be tricky for him. He might lose another position. Oh, will he? Because down behind them, it's Nick Hamilton, isn't it? Great to see Nick Hamilton up and having his best race of the season. Really arrived as one of the lads here this weekend.
Absolutely, Nick's doing a great job. Went well in testing, went well in qualifying, and now he's racing well as well, right in the pack there. Dickinson doing a great job there to keep him, who's that? That's
Simon Belcher just to try and make a pass there.
Someone got wide, who's that?
Someone pick up Dixon.
That's Adam Bonham.
Adam Bonham, yeah. He's looking at the silver top of the car. I think it might have been Dixon, but that's Adam Bonham, who drops down from 5th place. So Bonham down from 5th position. Before that, we were looking at Simon Belcher trying to get past the number 18 car of Andy Gorton, I think it was, in one of the 2010 racing machines. So Belcher, I think, has moved up a position.
It's Josh Files going around the outside there of Boston, is that yet?
Yeah, Rob
Can't
Boston.
quite make it stick, I don't think, but he needs to get the cut back ready for Druid. So can he do that? It's a great bit of driving there from the pair of them, but especially from Josh Files. Couldn't make it around the outside, got down the inside, perfect move.
Yeah, great stuff. Josh Files through and past Rob Boston. He's this year's Mazda champion, double Mazda champion coming in. A little bit of a switch of discipline, you've got to say, from rear-wheel drive to front-wheel drive, but very much enjoyed being back with us in the Clio Championship at Rockingham. Said he used to team up in Mazdas. For my money, did the right thing. Decided to think about his own business when he left Clio's. Got his own team up and running. That's a winning team, and now he's coming back to Clio's. And I suspect that team, that when he's running with JHR at the moment, but if he decides to run himself, or if he stays with JHR, it's going to be a winning proposition for them.
Just having a look at Bonham there. Yeah, it's very easy to hit the curve on the inside of Sheen Curve there, and it launches the car up in the air, and then it's very difficult to sort of keep it on the track there, because you just run out of track. So he's just put it through the gravel. A great shame for him, because he was having a fantastic race today.
Let's just quick look at the fastest lap still with Paul Rivett. This time on lap 7, 1 minute 40.898, so still away from lap record pace, but that won't concern him. What will concern him is whether Aaron Smith manages to get past Jake Packen. So Jake Packen at the moment is doing a good job for Stankham Vehicle Engineering and holding up Aaron Smith.
I wonder if he's being paid.
I shouldn't think so. Colin Stankham won't get his wallet open for things like that.
No, and he'll also want to win fairly. So
he will, of course he will.
But no, Aaron's looking quite quick at the moment, so we'll see if he can have a good run onto the main straight here, see if he can get down the inside of Paddock or Ben. Doesn't look like he's close enough this time, but while these two are battling, it's just letting Rivett keep putting the fastest laps in lap after lap. So yeah, 40.8 for Rivett, and yeah, that's going to give him an extra couple of points.
Look at Aaron Smith taking the wide line there, really taking it back. Jake Packen switches back to the inside. Packen's got it covered. This is great news for Rivett, because the more these squabble, of course, they will slow each other up, and maybe good news for James Colburn, who might have an opportune moment and try and climb up a little bit further, but at the moment he's back in 4th place. On the other hand, if Colburn engages with Aaron Smith, that might release Jake Packen to have a go at Rivett.
Absolutely, yeah, but Packen always goes quick at the start of the race. He's very quick off the line, very quick on cold tyres, but then I think he just used his tyres too hard, and then it struggles a little bit towards mid-race. So that looks like what's happening at the moment, and Aaron is all over him at the moment, so we'll see if we can get past him on the run up at Hawthorns.
Jake Packen, another quick youngster, came through the Mini Championship, and anytime you talk to anyone in the Minis, they love racing in that, but they all aspire to come into the touring car package and maybe have a go in the Clios. See exactly what Jake did, and he's sticking with it. Surely going to get a win before long. Aaron Smith, notice of intent. Back through the field we go. Dixon running in 5th. Then Josh Files, followed by Rob Boston. Wharton-Niels has recovered ahead of David Dickinson. Behind Dickinson, it's Nick Hamilton. And then the first of the newcomers, Ash Miller, the amiable Aussie, running well in the 0 car, up into 11th position. And he's just ahead of Simon Belcher, another newcomer, leading the Masters up into 12th position in the Karcher machine.
Yeah, all these new boys doing a great job this weekend. Like I said, it's very hard to come in at the last round of the year and where everyone's up to speed, but they're doing a fantastic job. Belcher's having a little bit of help from Pyro, because they know each other quite well. Who's that running a bit wide